welcome. My name is Jocelyn and today we are doing a Shop My Stash for the month of February. Now, if you've seen my Shop My Stash videos in the past, this one is going to be a little bit different. Recently, I filmed a makeup organization and a bunch of declutter videos and I haven't posted those yet. So I didn't want to give any spoilers about what my collection looks like right now. Normally, the way I film these is I take you through each category in my collection and we pick things to use for the month together. This time, because again, I don't want to show any spoilers, I'm just going to be showing you what my beauty box looks like right now, what makeup I'm going to be using for the month of February, what palettes I'm going to be using for the month of February. So I've already picked everything out. I hope you don't mind that it's a little bit different this month. In March, we will pick it back up the way that I normally do it, which is where, again, we go through all of my collection and pick and choose things together. So let's go ahead and just get started, and I'm going to show you what I'm using in my beauty box for the month of February. Okay, so here is the top of my beauty box. As you can see already, if you're used to my Shop My Stash videos, this is probably going to look a bit different, but let's dive in. The first thing I want to point out is this foundation over here. This is the Fenty Beauty foundation. I am almost out of this foundation, which is why it's sitting over here and not laying in this drawer, which is normally where I keep it. I want it to sit vertically so that all of the foundation drips to the bottom, but I want to say I have maybe 1.5 applications left in here, so it is almost used up, and that's why it's over there. Moving to the top drawer right here. So these over here are my lip picks for the month. I have a little Charlotte Tilbury lipstick that is brand new to my collection. I have never used it before. It is this cute little thing. It is in the shade Pillow Talk. I got it from Sephora, I think as a point perk, and this is the color. Such a beautiful nude rosy color. I'm so excited to have this. I've been wanting to try Charlotte Tilbury for a while. I know that this isn't like a full-size product of hers, but it is a product of hers that I am very excited to have. I also have a Buxom lipstick, 3 ColourPop lipsticks, a Morphe lipstick, my brow and eyeliner products. I have 2 eyeshadows in here. So I have a Lorac shadow in the shade Serenity. It's this really pretty ivory color, and I also have an e.l.f. shadow in the shade, I don't know, Soleil. This was actually given to me by one of my best friends for Christmas. So these are the products that I'm going to be focusing on. I mean, these ones right here just kind of stay in here forever, but the lip products and these 2 eyeshadows are the ones that I want to just make sure I get some good use out of this month. Moving down. So I have a feeling that this drawer is gonna basically remain mostly the same. So over here we have some single shadows that I just kind of always want to keep in here. So some of these are project pan items, these 2 back here specifically. The rest in here, so these 3 and then these 3, are all shadows that I just want to remain in here forever, either because they're just special shadows in my collection or I just absolutely love them, which is kind of the same thing. So I have an Hourglass Scattered Light shadow, a Tarte Metallic shadow, the Stila Kitten shadow, my 2 Kaja Trio shadows, and then also a Tarte Chrome Paint Pot in the shade Frosé. So in case those are new to you that you haven't seen in my collection yet, that's what everything right there is. And then over on this side, we have my eyeshadow primer, a mascara, my eyebrow pomade, my brow gel, some face tools, more face tools, and makeup tools back there. So that is what this drawer looks like. Moving down, so this drawer right here, it looks a little bit bare, and it kind of is, but it's what we're working with right now. So on this side, let's start over here. I have some foundations and concealers and primers. I have this Cover FX foundation in here because I know that my Fenty foundation is about to be used up. So I have that. This Hourglass foundation is in my project pan. I have a Becca backlight priming filter that I'm going to be trying out because I don't really remember how it works and I would like to try it with the Cover FX foundation. And then I have my 2 concealers in here. I have the First Aid Beauty Bendy Avocado Concealer. This is kind of getting close to being used up, as you can see right here. At least I think it is. I'm honestly not sure. And then I have my Kaja Don't Settle Concealer. I really love this. Over on the right hand side, I only have 3 products in here right now. The ColourPop On the Cusp Super Shock Shadow is in my project pan. I haven't been using it that much because it is kind of too dark for me right now. I didn't really realize that until I tried to use it a couple times recently, and it has a little bit of a deeper undertone. Also in here, I have this Kaja Mochi Glow highlighter in the shade Toy Alien. I did use this a bunch, I think in December, because that's when I got it, but I wanted to pull it in again and use it a bit. And then I also have this little blush by Bare Minerals. This is one of their loose powder blushes in the shade Golden Gate. It's this really nice, warm, rosy color. I'm excited to use this. I always really like using these powder blushes by Bare Minerals. I don't feel like very many people talk, well, really nobody that I watch talks about these, but I really enjoy them. So that's the only thing in this layer. And then this final layer right here, we have my two sprays. Previously, these have sat on top of my vanity, but I found that they fit really good in here. Also, if you've seen previous Shop My Stash videos, usually in this drawer, I would have all of my palettes. They never really sat in here very nicely because they just kind of stacked on top of each other and were hard to see, but I have them somewhere else now that you'll see when I do my makeup organization video. And this drawer I put back in this middle divider because it does come out, and I put my sprays on this side. I have my powder that I'm using. This is the RCMA No Color Translucent Powder. This is in my project pan for the year. And then also this MAC bronzer in the shade just Matte Bronze. This is also in my project pan for the year. So both of those sit very nicely in there. All right, so that's all the drawers and everything in there. Let me show you now the palettes that I'm going to be using for the month of February, and I am so freaking excited. Let's start first with the face and cheek palettes. So the first thing I'm going to be using is this Tarte blush palette. This was a holiday release, I think 2 years ago. Sorry about the reflection. There we go. So this is what the inside looks like. I absolutely love this. Love it. It does come with 8 blushes and 2 highlighters. So I'm excited to use this. I haven't used this in quite a few months, so I'm pretty stoked to be bringing that in. I also have this NARS Stephen Klein palette that I am using this next month. I did use it this last month, but primarily in this, I'm only going to be focusing on this shade right here. It's just this light ivory shade that I want to get a good dent in to potentially roll into a project pan at some point. Okay, and then I have a handful of palettes. The first thing that I just will mention real fast that I'm keeping in here is the Naked 3, because this is my Pan That palette for the year of 2019. Let's first talk about the only old palette that I'm rolling in, and this is the Zodiac palette by Kathleen Lights and ColourPop. If you're unfamiliar, this is what the inside looks like. I'm rolling this in because I really want to buy some of the new Zodiac loose pigments that are launching pretty soon. By the time this goes up, they will have already launched, but I am planning on picking a few of those up. As some of you may know, I am on a low buy this year, which means I can only pick up 3 products a month, but unlimited repurchases. And I haven't purchased anything in January, so I am planning on picking up maybe 4 or 5 of those pigments, but I thought that if I do pick those up, this would be a good thing to have out to use in combination with those. So that's the first thing I'm bringing in. Next, I am bringing in something I got for Christmas. This is the, ooh, this is very reflective. This is the It Girl palette by It Cosmetics. So this is what the inside looks like. It's got matte shades here on the right side, an ombre, blush, bronzer, highlight in the middle, and then shimmer shades on the left-hand side. I don't have anything like this really in my collection, and I got it as a very big surprise from my grandma. I am excited to use it because it's got some really unique colors in here, so I thought I would roll it in since I'm, 1, unfamiliar with this palette entirely, and 2, unfamiliar with It Cosmetics eyeshadows. So pretty excited to try this out. And then finally, maybe the thing I'm most excited to try, because I've been wanting to try it for many months, ever since it released, the Naked Cherry. So I also got this for Christmas from my mom. It is completely untouched, not even swatched. I am so excited. So I am bringing this in to use this month, and I also, some of the loose pigments that I am potentially gonna buy from ColourPop will go really well with this palette. So very excited. If you want to see a tutorial with this or anything, please let me know down in the comments below. One other thing that I want to mention that I haven't mentioned before in these videos, but that I'm very excited about, is that I got a new perfume. All of the perfumes that I previously had in my collection were from non-cruelty-free brands. I just have been trying to use up all of my perfumes and haven't, you know, wanted to buy one while I had so many to use up. So I hadn't bought one, but I saw this brand show up on the Octoly website. This is the brand Skylar, and I did a little bit of research on their website and on various cruelty-free websites, and they are a cruelty-free brand. And not only that, but I just really connected with them. So I have been trying it out for the past week or so. Obviously, I will give a more in-depth review whenever I use it more, but I will say I loved the brand. So even if I didn't like the perfume, I was gonna rave about the brand because, well, let me just hold on. I just wanted to point out that this is the little card that came with that perfume, and it says, "When women support each other, incredible things happen." And it's just a little heart, and I thought that was so incredibly cute. And then the other card that it came with just gives some general information. So, inspired by women, consciously crafted with love. Now that's magic. I thought that was very cute. But also, they're paraben-free, hypoallergenic, and cruelty-free. So first and foremost, the brand itself is definitely a brand that I can stand behind. Everything about them just I connected strongly with. Also, they have a quiz on their website that you can discover based on your personality which perfume would match the best with you. Now, I did match the best with the perfume Coral, but the one that they had available on the Octoly website was Isle. So I looked up reviews on this specific perfume and people raved about it. So I felt pretty good about requesting this one, even though it wasn't the one that my personality connected with. However, I was very happy to discover that I really enjoyed the scent. It's a very fresh smell that is not too overpowering, that's not too sickly sweet. It is fresh and light and clean, so it's a good perfume if you work in an office environment or somewhere where you're not really supposed to wear super fragranced perfumes and scents that could bother other people. So highly recommend for anybody who needs something that's a little bit lighter. It smells really good. I would absolutely pick up more of these. I also just like the containers in general. They're very sleek and clean and sophisticated looking. They are not distracting or childish. Not that there's anything wrong with a very flamboyant packaging, but I really like how sleek and clean these look. Their price range is about the same as other high-end fragrances. I'm actually gonna look up right now on the Octoly website to make sure I can tell you exactly how much they are. So this perfume is $78, so about on par with other high-end fragrances. Oh, and I just noticed they did attach a promo code to my Octoly profile for this product. So it looks like you can use Jocelyn C10 to get 10% off. So if you go on their website and you find something that you like, you can use, I'll put it on the screen, but Jocelyn C10 for 10% off. So that's really cool. Also on their website, if you wanted to check out other perfumes, they have a kit where you can try out, I think, all of their perfumes in a smaller size to see which one works for you, or you can blend them together. I saw a lot of reviews when I was looking through their website about people using those kits and then combining the scents together to create their own custom scent. So I thought that was really cool. So I really wanted to mention this because I love finding companies that I really stand behind and that I feel really good about promoting. So I really wanted to mention this, and will continue to use this and keep you updated on how I feel about it. So it's gonna live here on my vanity, so I remember to use it every single day. Ooh, one thing that I realized I didn't mention that I should probably mention just for clarity purposes, I did receive this for free. So just in case that wasn't clear earlier, I did receive this for free from Octoly and from the brand Skylar. So they did send this to me for free. Also, that code that I just showed you, I don't get anything from that. Not a cent, nothing. That's only for people who are interested in checking out the site and potentially purchasing something. You can get 10% off your order. So there you go. I think I've covered all my bases. All right, and there you have it. Those are all of the products that I will be using for the month of February. I hope you enjoyed. I know that this is a little bit different than the way I normally film these videos. I hope you don't mind that we're doing things a little bit different this month. We'll be back to normal scheduling in March. And also, just a couple days away is the start of my decluttering series. So if you don't want to miss that, definitely subscribe, maybe hit the notification bell, because I will be uploading every single day for my declutter series. And I am very excited about it. I've been working very hard and wearing myself out. So I hope you enjoy. If you liked this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. And if, again, you want to subscribe for more content, don't forget to do so before you go. All buttons are down below. And I think that's everything I have for you today. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.